Hey guys, we're going to be putting in some new caster camber plates today. So I know it's been a while since I last uploaded a video, but had some pretty big changes here. Check it out.
There's a mini human in my house. And she's so cute.
Anyway, on to the man stuff.
On today's episode, we're installing some caster camber plates and some poly steering rack bushings. And the red. Alright guys, so this is what we're doing. We're going to be replacing these old caster camber plates, the OEM ones that have very limited adjustability. You can see there's just a little cotter pin there and a couple holes with these nice billet pieces I got. They're pretty cheap, got them on eBay. They kind of broke the $50 rule, but that's okay. And then at least we'll be able to have the car aligned and steering properly. Alright, so this should be a fairly straightforward install. All we gotta do, take the strut out. We gotta get under there. The caster camber plate, one part goes at the bottom, the other part goes at the top. Just gotta drop it all. I think it'll be easy.
Famous last words. So I bought these caster camber plates on eBay. Thought it was a good deal, right? 60 bucks, 70 bucks, something like that. And you know, they look pretty good.
You know, they're all billet and stuff, and you know, looks decent. So I got the car part, right? And I just go to test fit this on here. And I'm missing a spacer that goes between the spherical bearing and the strut shaft. So now I'm stuck.
So I got a hold of Late Model Restoration, and I had asked them if, you know, they can help me out and send me some Maximum Motorsport caster camber plates for a little cheaper. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't expecting anything, but they got back to me and said they would give me a discount, right? So the way it works, they give me a deal on the caster camber plates, and I get a link. So every time someone clicks on that link, it lets Late Model Restoration know who's watching my video, right? So if you could take a sec and go click on that link, check out those caster camber plates. A really good deal. Late Model Restoration's really good. You know, the customer service is like no other. Shipping's always free, and it's in 2 days. So that's my little spiel.
So now into the hardware. So this is definitely not $50, but you know, I figured, you know, you buy a good kit, it'll last you forever. So we'll see. So this is a Maximum Motorsport kit. This is everything that comes with from Late Model Restoration. You see, these are all the spacers that you need, right? And collars and washers and stuff. So we'll go ahead and put this thing on. Should be pretty straightforward. All right, so here's what the whole kit looks like once it's all apart. One thing to note, these top plates, there's a left and a right, so they're stamped with a different number. So keep that in mind. The rest is all the same. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to take these OEM ones completely out. You start by removing these nuts, and then there's one small little cotter pin you got to remove. You might want to take this opportunity, clean this up, maybe repaint it where you reinstall the new one. Okay, so a couple things will be changing on the strut assembly. This dust boot is going to be changing, so we're going to cut this band clamp right here. This isolator is going to get replaced with the one in the Maximum Motorsports kit, which doubles as a bump stop. So we're going to be taking this off too. That's why they give you the long zip ties, so once you put that in your boot, you can zip tie it on and make sure it doesn't fall off. Alright, so actually I dug in the box and I found some instructions for these caster camber plates. So the one good thing here is that they show you the whole assembly, right? This is the OEM, blah blah blah. Anyway, the only three pieces that you reuse is your strut, your dust boot, not the bump cap, and then your retaining nut. for the strut. So everything else is garbage and gets replaced with Maxim Motorsports. Alright, next step's pretty easy. You just take the bearing, put it on. Next thing you do, you put the bearing plate, the bottom plate, on the strut tower. Now, I had to file these holes significantly in order for me to get this to even move and fit in holes. So with two hands, I could get it to adjust from left to right, but it's a little snug. Okay, so once you get that all filed down and ready to go, you're getting these spacers and these washers. So the washers will fit directly onto your strut tower, followed by a spacer. You do that to all three. Alright, so now that you got your caster camber plate installed in the car, you're ready to work on the strut. So remember these spacers are two different sizes. Put a small one in first, and then a larger one. So it's a 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch spacer. And then you're ready to shove that right in the car. Alright guys, got the strut in temporarily. You know, nothing's tight right now. One thing you got to make sure of is that you put the two spacers again on the top here. All that's left to do now, reconnect the strut to the spindle, put the brake caliper back on, and we're in business. So while I'm in here, I had a buddy drop off some used Hawk blue pads. I think they're Hawk anyway. And we're gonna swap them in. I think these are just OEM pads, so should be a pretty good upgrade. So there's the difference. These are the Hawk ones. These are the OEMs. So the only thing I noticed here is there's no taper on the pads on the Hawk. So effectively you get more surface area contacting the rotor, I guess. We'll try. Alright guys, so she's back on the ground. Everything looks good, so I just gave it an eyeball alignment right now. And you can see it's probably a little bit on the negative side. So we'll have to run in and get an alignment done, but it'll be good enough to drive to the alignment shop. But essentially this is what it looks like in the end. Right, so you get a whole ton of adjustment with the plate, and then you get some adjustment on your strut tower as well. And you get some front and back for your caster and everything, so should be awesome. Alright guys, I got both sides done. They look great. It was kind of funny. My neighbor came over and asked me if my strut shaft would hit my my hood. Turns out, I checked it out, and it just clears. There's like a hair between the end of that thing and the hood, so yeah, she's good to go. I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Nope, you probably couldn't see that. Anyway guys, if you can check the link in the description, check out Late Model Restoration. They got all kinds of good stuff, guys. Thanks, have a good one. Alright guys, I got a buddy that installed those eBay caster camber plates on his Foxbody, so I'm just gonna go check them out real quick. He told me they have terrible fitment. Alright, here's my buddy Victor's Mustang. He's got a, what year is it?
92.
92 with built C4?
AOD from Lentec.
Okay, there you go. Anyway, here's what you're all looking for. Here is the caster camber plates. These are the ones I had on my car, but check this out. So when he pushes down on it, the whole collar is moving in the bushing. Anyway, it's just a pile of junk.
Pile of junk.
So he's also getting his refund, and he's gonna buy some Maxim Motorsport ones. Ooh. Victor, where are you going to buy those Maxim Motorsports caster camber plates?
Alamar.
Yeah, buddy.